Our mind is the basis of everything we experience in life. Let's think about this quote from the philosopher Sam Harris for a moment. If it's true, then it means that our mind is deciding much of our life. It's deciding how happy or anxious we are, how much energy we have, and how much pain we're in. It decides how we spend our time and who we spend it with. It controls what we think, feel, say, and do. In short, everything about our life has to pass through our mind first before it reaches us. The problem is, you might have noticed that our minds are rather tricky. Like, does it ever feel as if your mind has a mind of its own? So you go to bed, tired, you're ready to fall off to sleep, but your mind is wanting to replay an argument from earlier in the day. Or you're trying to act mature and have a grown-up conversation, but your mind is singing ABBA songs. And when you can feel crazy, madly in love with someone and want to spend every second with them, and then end up that you can't stand the sight of them. Your mind is completely unique, but the way your mind works is the same way my mind works, and the same way every other human mind works. Now, you might believe that your mind is more wonky, deranged, and weird than everyone else's, but that's what we're all secretly thinking about our own minds. Understanding how your mind works and why it behaves the way it does will be crucial if you want to alter how you currently feel. An important point about this playlist, and that applies to all our videos, is you might have noticed we don't talk about learning to control our mind. We're not big on control. Trying to control your mind would be like trying to control the tide. No matter what you do, the tide is coming in twice a day and it's going out twice a day. Wishing it didn't, trying to control or stop it, will just lead to us becoming frustrated, overwhelmed, and very wet. Far better that we understand how to go with the ebb and flow of the current. Learn how to ride the waves and work with the tide rather than against it. The videos on this channel apply the same message to our mind. In here we discuss experiences that we all have, and the aim is to help us notice what our mind is doing, to be more aware of when we can change our mind and when we'd be wiser to accept it. With practice, we might find subtle ways that we can tame it a little and nudge it more in the direction we would like it to go. I guess the alternative is to leave it wild and let it go wherever it wants to go, but then that approach is probably what's led you to this video channel. But before we dive into that wild ocean, let's start with a little bit of hopefulness. Not empty hope, me trying to persuade you that somehow everything will magically be okay, because I don't know that, but some solid hope based on 50 years of being a human being, but based on 25 years of doing this job. I couldn't do this job, and neither could the rest of my team, if we didn't know for certain that bad feelings and painful life experiences can heal. We would jack this in if we didn't see results every day. We'd be working on something easier, holiday reps in Ibiza, selling ice cream at the beach, running a donkey sanctuary. But thankfully, we see people that feel just like you feel, with life thrown at them exactly what's thrown at you. And slowly, steadily, we see them come out the other side. Stronger, more solid, clearer and more anchored than before they went into that time of crisis. So people recover. People that feel exactly as you do right at this moment recover. And I'm glad you've let yourself come here to start that process for you. Now, this first playlist has been created for everyone that's curious to know more about your own mind and how that might be contributing to everything you're trying to cope with. But I realise some people just want to feel better, and that's okay, that's normal. So playlist 2 is called Short Steps to Feel Better. So please feel free to put this playlist on hold and go straight to playlist 2 if you mainly want to learn some strategies to change the way you feel. However, if you agree with the Sam Harris quote I read at the start of this video, that our mind is the basis of everything we experience in life, then it makes sense for us to try and understand it. We think the videos in this playlist are a good place to start understanding your amazing but tricky mind.